Hey, it's Elliott again from Toronto Film Scene with my second video diary, and this is the actual first day of the film festival. I know everyone's talking about the Score hockey musical, but I saw 5 different films today that I'll give you a quick rundown about. So the first one was The Light Thief, which was a Kurdish movie which dealt basically with how modernity and ancient tradition sort of have been coming into play in certain parts of the world that we don't even think about anymore. Um, it was kind of interesting. It was a bit of a slow burner that really played on non-dialogue to convey meaning. Maybe not the best film I saw for the day. Second film I saw was My Joy, which by far is my pick of the day. It's a Russian film, and it's a test of patience for sure. A lot of people will probably not enjoy it. Um, Basically, it's takes place over 6 or 7 vignettes on back roads in the Russian countryside, and it goes back and forth between right after World War II and modern times, and dealing with all sorts of interesting characters that come into play. One of note is a mute that kind of steals the show. It's little over 2 hours long, and I know a lot of you will be bored by that, but the final 10 minutes are an absolute payoff and definitely worth your consideration. Third, I saw the Casey Affleck movie, I'm Still Here, the documentary about Joaquin Phoenix. Well, it was interesting. If there's anything that I've learned from this film, which based on early reviews, I read people that don't like it. Um, Joaquin Phoenix and Casey Affleck are probably the two smartest men in Hollywood right now. Um, it's a character study. It's staged. The entire production is staged. Aside from those parts where, for example, when Joaquin Phoenix sort of allegedly went off the rails to, leave movies and focus on his film career. And for example, there was one time when he was on David Letterman when the entire conversation was kind of tense. It's actually in the film to refresh your memory, and you could see that this was really planned for a long time, and Casey caught it perfectly. And you know what? Joaquin Phoenix isn't necessarily the greatest actor in the world, but he's a really good actor playing himself. That said, is it a good film? Not really. It's something to see down the line. It's not something to get terribly excited about. It's just an interesting character study on how well someone can play themselves. After that, it was, give me a second here, Marimbas from Hell, which was an interesting movie from Uruguay about, well, marimbas, the instrument, and a marimba player who's trying to get back into the music scene. And he eventually hooks up with a metal band, which is kind of funny. It's really not the greatest film I've seen. Kind of poorly paced, and the story really doesn't go anywhere at all, really, given the ending, which it's a very inconsequential movie. Definitely, again, not worth your time. The last movie I saw today was the Swedish movie called Bad Faith, and this would be my second pick for the day if I had to pick two. Um, it's a real psychological thriller. Again, like My Joy, which is it's a slow burn. It's a test of patience. I saw a bunch of people walk out during this one, which was interesting. Um, but it's a real interesting film in terms of how it explores the psychology of a woman who is seeking out a killer within her town, and the relationship she kind of develops with that killer, although she doesn't really know it. Um, so those are the five I saw today. So the two I can definitely say are worth your time and money are Bad Faith and My Joy. Again, not in English, so hopefully subtitles really don't bother you. Just a couple other things I want to talk about. People leaving during screenings. I know I've only gone to press screenings, but I don't necessarily know why industry people are leaving films during the actual screening. It kind of boggles my mind. I mean, the descriptions are there for everyone to read, and I think you know what you're getting into usually when you go to see a film. So that part was kind of upsetting. It happened more than once today, and I feel people are really missing out on films. I mean, the whole idea is that you have to sit there for an hour and a half or 2 hours and actually get something out of it. It's not, film doesn't reward you right away. Film takes time. If you want to be rewarded all the time, go and see the hockey musical. Go and see The Town. The Town will reward you all the time. Hell, go and see I'm Still Here. That will reward you from the get-go, although a lot of people said it was boring. But a good film takes time, and you have to let the whole thing develop. You don't stop reading a book in the middle of it, am I right? I mean, you really want to know how it plays out. So if you stick with books, and I really feel that you should stick with a film. I think that's it for me today. Tomorrow is 6 screenings. It's going to be an all-day affair, and here's hoping to survive. I'll talk to you later. Bye.